Friday Night Live with Cat Carter. Get ready, set, let's go. Come on. It's Friday night. It's Friday Night Live. It's Friday night. It's Friday night with Cat Carter. It's Friday night. Hey. It's Friday night. It's Friday night. Yeah. It's Friday night with Cat Carter. It's Friday night. It's Friday Night Live. It's Friday night. It's Friday night with Cat Carter.
Welcome, welcome, welcome to Friday Night Live with Cat Carter. I am, of course, not Cat Carter. I am Sherryl, Media Director of FNL here, and Cat Carter is out in California up at NAMM 2023, but we'll talk about that in just 1 second. Friday Night Live is a positive platform where we come to inform, innovate, and inspire. Now, let's get to see, who we have up on the horn. Wait, who is this?
Hello.
Oh, oh.
First of all, happy birthday, pumpkin. Happy birthday to you. Yes.
Thank you.
Yes. So as my daughter said, I am in California with my sister friend and my other media director, Karan Edmonds. I'm gonna get her to come over here and wave at y'all in a minute. When we started the show, that was violinist Mark Wood. We actually met him last year. This year at NAMM, we were able to make some new connections. We met some prospective future guests for the show. And of course, which was the fun part, I got to fellowship with guests that have already been on the show. So we've been having a really good time. So Karan's gonna come say hi, wave at y'all so y'all can see. I have been good. I've been good. Come on, look. And we got on our shirts. You see, we represent. All right. So I know, right? So I am so excited to have back one of my favorite guests that we've had on Friday Night Live. Rodney Greene is back in the house. OMG. Pay no attention to that. That was the ice maker. All right. So Rodney joined several rock, Latin, and R&B cover bands as a bass player and fill-in keyboardist player at the local club scene. Playing other people's music was great, but Rodney said, I just wanted to express my own artistic creativity and began playing and recording his own music. As the years progressed, he really realized and began to gravitate to more contemporary gospel and smooth jazz music. Rodney says, these two types of musical genres always provided me with a sense of love, inner peace, and always gave me a positive outlook on life. I am ready, Sherryl. Please welcome back to FNL, Rodney Greene. Woo. Hey, Rodney. Yes, sir. He is back in the house. Oh, how have you been since the last time you've been here on FNL?
I have been well, Kat. You're looking well. Hi, Cheryl, and happy birthday.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, she got those blues in the back. You see she representing.
I see.
All right. So for the audience, I want you all to know that both Sherryl and I are going to be asking Rodney these hard questions. We're going to tag team Rodney.
Double team, huh?
All right. So how would you describe the music that you typically create, Rodney?
I would say it's mostly in the smooth jazz genre, R&B-ish. Um, it's up tempo. Some of it's up tempo, some of it's down tempo.
Mm-hmm.
But most of all, I try to make sure that my music is positive, and has a positive outlook on life. Talking about love, life, positivity, um, and things of that nature, as opposed to things that might be negative. I know most of my music is instrumental, but I do have a lot of tracks that do have some vocals on them. So when there are vocals, I always try to make sure it's a positive message that's going out. So,
You sing, Rodney?
just a little bit. I mean, I sang on Real Close.
Okay.
I sang before not No Stopping,
Okay.
and but as far as I would consider myself a singer, I think who the Lionel Richie put it perfectly. He says there are singers, and then there are stylists. The
Hmm.
difference between a singer and a stylist, a singer or a vocalist, would be somebody who is, you know, just has either natural vocal talent to go out there and do it, or a stylist who may not be um, a vocal genius, but at the same time they're able to express themselves musically, singing, um, and so and you can basically, when you hear that person, you say, "Oh, that's that person." So you kind of
Hmm.
develop your own style, if you will. So I call myself a stylist more than a vocalist.
Oh, okay. That's pretty cool. Get him, Cheryl. Get him.
So, what has been your favorite performance so far?
Let's see. Well, I would probably say performing my latest single on your show. The last time I was on, No Stopping. That was before it was actually even released to the public, so I had a great time doing that. But actually, but aside from that, I would say that anytime I'm playing music, it's really an enjoyable moment. You're in the moment. It's like when you're playing, it's quite different than just being in the studio. In the studio, if you play something, a note that sounds a little strange, you can always go back and redo that. But when you're playing live, you're playing in the moment. Those notes, that music goes out, and
Mm.
you only get one shot at that. And so that is being in the moment. And just any time playing is just it's favorite for me.
Wow, that's good. That's good. What is your creative process like? It's like, what motivates you, like, to create your music?
Wow. I think anytime I hear great music being played, or being at a concert, watching other musicians, or be driving my car and hearing some great music, that sort of inspires me to want to write music. So a lot of inspiration just comes from listening to music, going to concerts, hearing other music. I hear something and I go, wow, that lick or that tone just seems to just get the creative juices flowing, and it just kind of gets me started. That's kind of how it starts. But usually, it could be a drum beat, it could be a melody, a bass line, something very simple that just kind of stays in the back of your head, and you can't let it go, right? It's just
Yeah.
there, and you got to get it out. So
I didn't realize that you did a little bit of keyboarding too. I didn't realize that. Learned something new.
yeah, being a producer, you have to learn how to do a lot of things yourself. You know, playing keyboards, bass, guitar, singing, and as you do that, again, you may not be the best at that, but that's all you got to work with. You got to work with what you got, and so, and again, we're here in the studio. If you need to do 100 takes to get that part right, you do 100 takes to get it right.
Okay.
Okay. How has your music evolved over time?
Hmm. I think I've kind of moved away. Years ago, I used to use a lot of electronic equipment, and I said, being a producer, you're in the studio by yourself, and so using a lot of electronics. I used to use a lot of electronics, but in the smooth jazz genre, there's a big focus and emphasis on um, playing live instruments. And so I started moving away from using less electronic instruments and using also collaborating with other artists. And so when you're writing a song, you have to keep in the back of your mind, okay, how are you going to perform this song? So that's really critical, in the songwriting process. You might have, 50 tracks going on, but when you go out to play a live performance, you're not going to have all of those 50 things, at the same time. So you have to really, I've learned to try to write music that's going to be playable in a performance setting. And so moving away from a lot of electronics and more live instruments, live guitars, live drums, everything being live, I think I've moved in that direction. Also, collaborating with other artists helps too to get you away from using those electronics. And there's nothing wrong with that because there's just tons of music that's out there that uses nothing but electronics and sounds good. I mean, you look at contemporary R&B music nowadays. A lot of that's electronic music. Sounds great, So, but in the jazz genre, it's more about the art of musicianship and playing live music, live instruments.
Okay. You sent me a CD of one of your projects. Tell us about that.
Was that? Not sure which one I sent. Was it my last CD of?
I believe so. I want to say, I think it has Joiner in there, but I'm not sure.
Oh, okay, yeah. So,
Is that the one you sent me? Okay.
yeah. So that single, "Real Close," which featured Jakeem Joyner on that track, that was a great project, and that was one of the first artists that I collaborated with on a serious level. Um, and it was a great experience, working with Jakeem. Jakeem's just just a down to earth, friendly person. He's very helpful. And it's really funny. I met Jakeem at our church years and years and years ago. And it was just about the time when he was kind of starting out his career. And as he went on to do some great things in the world of smooth jazz throughout the years, I think he was on Facebook and he played a song with his sax on Facebook. And he said, "Hey, what do you guys think about this melody?" And so unknowing to him, I took that melody off of Facebook, downloaded it into my studio, and wrote a song. And sent it to him. And he was a little surprised. He says, "Wow, you took that song off?" And that's, yeah. And, but when I sent him the song, he said it was more of a Christmas type of song. And he was looking to he was working on a Christmas album at the time. But he didn't use that track, but then he asked if I had some other music. And I sent him some stuff. And we just got to talking. And then I had this one track and sent it to him. And I asked him if he was interested in playing sax on it. And he said, yeah. And the rest is kind of history. We kind of went back and forth with some different iterations. And that's how that came about.
Wow. You ready to listen to it, Sherryl?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Close all night. close all night. Feel your touch, it's alright. Girl, I want you to know it's alright, my love. I'm gonna hold you real close all night. Feel your touch, just alright. Girl, I want you to know it's alright. I'm gonna hold you real close all night. Feel your touch, it's alright. Girl, I want you to know it's alright. I'm gonna hold you real close all night. Feel your touch, it's alright. Girl, I want you to know it's alright. Real close all night. Feel your touch, it's alright. Girl, I want you to know it's alright.
Hey.
Hey, we are back. So, I think we're having a little audio issue, so I'm gonna let Rodney work on that. While he's doing that, Cheryl, kind of tell us who's in the feed so Rodney can see who's hanging out with him.
All right, let's go ahead and while we get that figured out, we have, let's see here. First and foremost, we have our girl Karan holding it down on Twitch for us, our
Hey,
moderator
Karan.
over there. Hey, Karan.
Hey,
Can't wait to
Karan.
meet you in person someday. I hope you're having fun. Take care of my mama while she out there. I know you got
She
her
is.
back. I know you got her back. Getting all the good old tacos and everything. Tacos. Anyway, um,
We
sorry,
have some
that
great
came
food,
out of
food
me.
trucks there to be
First and
on.
foremost, we got my Gigi Shirley NBC with us on Facebook. Good to see you. We have Miss Tina Wilson on Facebook, and we have Bonnie Wilson watching as well. We have Walter D. Williams, president of the NAACP, hanging out with us as well on Facebook. We have Miss Mother DeBose. Good to see you, Mother. We have Auntie Ada watching on YouTube, and we have Great Grandma watching as well on her TV. We have Miss T. Alicia watching on Facebook with us. And we have Mr. Charles Neal, who just popped in on Facebook as well. Good to see you. Welcome, welcome.
Okay. All right. So let's try to say something, Rodney, and see if it's a little better.
Is this better? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you fine, but Cheryl, can you hear?
It
Cheryl?
almost sounds like you're just far away.
Okay. I have the
Has the volume gone up a little bit?
volumes are up. Turned up anymore, it'll be, I don't want
It'll
feedback.
be too much.
Yeah, it's starting to feedback.
Yeah, I can hear that. Yeah. Turn it down.
I'll try to speak louder. How's that?
Uh, in your settings at the bottom of the page in StreamYard, did you look at the audio in there? Because they also have like a whole mic volume thing that they do in there too. I don't know if that's messing with your setup.
No, looks like we're good here.
Okay. Let's try to keep it going
Hmm.
and see. Okay. Who did the last question? You or me, Cheryl?
I think I did.
Okay.
You're at number 5.
I don't even think Rodney deals with this kind of stuff at all. I'm just like saying he does not have
Mama,
performance. And, oh,
mama,
hmm.
Mama, you and I
Yes.
both know all of us are a little crazy. Ain't no way.
But Rodney, well, maybe when he first started, been doing this for a long time. I'm going to ask the question,
But
but I
he
don't think he.
human. He
Okay,
human,
okay,
mama.
okay. I'm gonna ask the question. Okay. How do you deal with creative blocks or performance anxiety?
Ooh,
Oh, maybe.
that happens frequently.
Really?
Yeah, it does. I mean, from time to time, and it's not that frequent, but it does happen. I mean, life happens, right? Things happen outside of the world of music in your personal life that affects you, and when it affects you, it affects your music, it affects your creativity. So usually when that happens for me, I just shut down with regards to anything related to music. Um, I want to be coming here in the studio and just shut down, just immerse myself in other things, um, other hobbies, or working in the yard or something, or going for a drive, or going to the beach, or just hanging out, going to a concert, whatever. Just getting away from the pressure of that trying to be creative. Because sometimes I can come in here in the studio and stuff just flows, and I don't even know where it comes from. And then there's times when you come in here and it's like you're sitting here like, nothing's happened.
Oh, wow.
And so when that happens, and I'm sure it happens to I've talked to other artists. They all have their own way of trying to crash through the wall, if you will, to
Hmm.
get back to that creative side again. And so it's just more of just for me. I just leave it alone, and then all of a sudden things will start to happen. Things will ideas will start popping back into my head, and then the next thing it's you kind of get through that wall. But I think it happens to every artist. I don't think I'm you know unique. No one's unique, or
Hmm.
you know
But once you get going, it kind of goes away, doesn't it? Like the
Hmm.
butterflies,
it
you get
does.
through it. Yeah.
It does. I mean, it's like anything else. You get frustrated. The ideas aren't coming. Where do I go next with this song? And it's like sometimes you just get a block, or you're writing some vocals, and you just come to a point where you don't know what that next line is, and no matter what you do, what you come up with, it's just not working. And so when that happens again, you just got to leave it alone. You got to just shut your brain off from that and just switch and do something different. And then usually that creativity will come back. Those ideas will start flowing back again. And again, just resting your mind, because there's a lot of pressure. Um, being an artist, particularly an independent artist, because you're doing a lot of things that a label might be doing for you, so you got to kind of do it yourself. So,
Okay.
Okay.
Your turn.
What do you think makes your music unique?
wow. Okay, so I see what's going on here. You gave Sherryl good cop, bad cop. uh,
Which one am I?
you're the bad cop.
Oh, I mean, it fits. I'm a little more
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
brash.
Um, I think that's a real hard question. I think for me, it's just to try to understand my musical style, if you will. Okay, so I mean, you hear somebody on the radio and you go, "Oh, that's so and so," right? I mean, because you've heard them a million times, you hear their voice. You don't have to see them; you just hear them, and you know that that's that artist. Well, I'm trying to evolve. I haven't quite evolved to that point yet, to where um, I hear my music and I say, "Oh yeah, that's me." I mean, I'm getting to that point now, but I think for me, when I get to that point where you have a recognizable sound that somebody says, "Oh yeah, that's Rodney Greene," I think that's the point to where you become unique, or at least for me, that's where I would begin to feel like my music is unique. And it may be unique already, but just feeling that when you hear somebody, you go, "Oh yeah, that's Luther," or that's blah blah blah. I think that's
Hmm.
when you start to feel that feeling of uniqueness.
That's good. Because I can, like, if a song started playing, I would know if it was Luther or not.
Hmm.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Or if somebody started playing a bass guitar, I would know if that was Rodney Greene or not.
Absolutely,
I got it.
absolutely, yeah. And it used to be, from a bass player's perspective, when you heard, for example, like Wayman Tisdale,
Hmm.
you knew it was Wayman because Wayman was innovative enough to come out with a style and a unique sound that was unique to him. Now you have a lot of new bass players that have come out now that have emulated his sound to where you can't say anymore, oh, that's Wayman, because now there's other artists who are emulating that sound and and making it unique. So now I'm sure that there. And I've been thinking about that too. What sound could I come up with that would be unique or innovative to me that would make me more unique? And so that's kind of where I'm at right now.
Oh, wow.
Mhm.
Okay. If you could start your musical career over, is there anything you would do differently?
Hmm. I don't know if I'd necessarily do anything different um, from the standpoint of just kind of looking back over the years, how I've, kind of progressed. I started out, my adult life working in the corporate business world and did that for a long time. And I think that establishing that foundation and that structure has allowed me now the freedom, financially to explore, a musical career without the pressure of, I got to go out and perform, or my next song's got to be a hit, to pay the bills, pay the light bill or whatever. I think that pressure um, has been eliminated from the standpoint of, me working, the years in the corporate business world, establish a foundation for me and my family, financially, to be able to go play music, do music, have a music career, and not to have to worry about the financial side of, you know, the lights don't get turned off,
Hmm.
if I don't go out here and play. So I don't know if I do anything different from that standpoint. And I think that the path that I chose, I'm happy with it. So
That's good. I think it does make a difference when money is not in the equation. I mean,
absolutely,
money as far as you need that pressure or that stress
right,
about it, then you can concentrate on other things. I get it.
absolutely.
I would like to get to that point in my life. All right, Cheryl.
Um, do you have any upcoming shows or projects?
um, Project wise, I've been working on my album, and I know I've said that for the last year. Um, and in lieu of working on the album, I've actually just released singles, and that's kind of led me to release singles because I haven't come to the point to where I'm ready to release the album yet.
Mm.
Um, I mean, I could release it. I have enough songs to release the album, but in the back of my mind, I'm going, is that song really good enough? And so you kind of go through that iteration and you say, well, I'm only going to release this song off the album. Um, and that's kind of where I'm at. So I'm hoping that this year I'll have released the album. Project wise, I'm trying to work with putting the show together for this summer. So I'm hoping that all these things kind of culminate during the summer and towards the end of the year.
Okay. To piggyback on that, I'm curious, what criteria does your song have to have for you to take it to that next step to go into, I'm gonna put this on a record and put this out there? What are you looking for?
Yeah, I'm kind of looking for a few things. One is, music has to feel right. It has to emote a feeling or an emotion. And there's a lot of music that's out there, and I've written a lot of songs that, yeah, it's a song. It might sound good, and, but it doesn't evoke the emotional level that I'm trying to achieve with the song. So, for
Mm-hmm.
example, I mean, if you're writing, a love song, does that song emote love? Do you feel love? Out of that, do you get that feeling of that, or if you're writing an up tempo song, does it make you want to tap your feet,
Mm-hmm.
or get up and move and dance or whatever? So for me, if it doesn't quite do that,
Mm-hmm.
then I'm like, well, if it's not really moving me, but then again, it's really strange too. If I go on Spotify and look at some of the songs that are streamed, I would have never thought that some of the songs that get streamed the most are the ones I'm like, wow, they
Mm-hmm.
like that. That was one of my ones I didn't feel too good about. I mean, you feel good about all of them, but you have your favorites, right?
Yeah.
Um, and so it's really, I guess, what's there's a saying that says, "Beauty's in the eye of the beholder," or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So I might hear it and say, "Wow, that's not good enough." Somebody else might hear it and say, "Hey, I love it." So it's kind of hard, but I'm the guy that's got to make that decision of whether or not that song's going to get released. So it's like I'm just making sure that I feel comfortable with something that comes out, and so it's got to meet that criteria of making sure that, one, it's going to emit an emotion that I'm trying to achieve with the music.
Mm-hmm.
Song quality is there, and I want to give a shout out to my another producer friend, great friend, producer and artist in his own right, Lou Lang. Lou Lang is a producer who's mixed and mastered a lot of my music, and actually he's released a song with another group called Protocol, which is on the smooth jazz charts right now. So so song, the quality of the music, the emotion of the music, the message in the music, all those things have to be there, and I have to feel comfortable with that before I release it.
Mm-hmm.
Great question.
Thank you.
Shout out to Lou if he's listening or listens to this later. All right. So if you had the power to rearrange some things in the industry,
Mm.
is there anything that you would change?
Yeah, I think the one would be probably Spotify, um, which is their payment structure. Um, and I don't really want to get into too much in the weeds about this, but I think a lot of other artists probably feel the same way about payment schedules and the way they pay, the amount they pay for streams, um, the way that structure set up could probably change to be more in favor of the artists as
Mm.
opposed to Spotify. And so there's a lot of debate around that. That's one thing. I would probably say the business side, promotion side of things can get a little hairy from time to time. There are a lot of promoters that are out there now, a lot of new promoters. There are a lot of promoters out there that really have your back. There are some promoters that you feel that maybe might not be giving you um, all that you've paid them for, if you will. And so some of those things I think could probably be polished up a little better. Um, making sure that artists are paid a little better as far as streaming services, the platforms that are out there, that they're paid fairly, promotional structure and things of that nature.
Okay.
Um, if you had one message to give to your fans, what would it be?
Ooh. Um, I would say the number one thing would be support independent artists. Independent artists work so hard. And I think they work harder than a lot of artists that are on signed to labels because one, labels are doing everything
Mm-hmm.
for the artists, and so they've got an advantage from that standpoint. Independent artists have to basically do everything themselves. They gotta, schedule the recording sessions. They gotta find the musicians. They gotta do their own promotions, and it's a lot of work just for an indie artist. Um, but I think they're better for it because they've actually gone through that process. Things that other artists may not have had to experience. Indie artists do experience, and they get that knowledge, they get that understanding, and I think it just makes them a better person, a better artist for learning how to do those tasks themselves. So support your independent artists. Support me.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Mm-hmm.
very important. Yeah, it's very important.
Right.
Absolutely, absolutely. So can you tell us about this our next video? It was the last time you were here, I believe.
Yeah, he spotlighted it for on. Yeah, he sure did.
Okay. So I didn't know that you were going to play that until you told me recently here. But
Uh-huh.
that single, that was my latest single, and I performed it for on the show last time I was here before it even got released. So Kat was the first
You made me
person.
so special.
Yep, you are special, Kat.
Thank you.
And so that track there, that was a song that I had written just right after Real Close, and
I'm sorry.
it's fine. It's all good. It's all good. And so it's a song called No Stopping, and played it for you live on your show. I thought you'd get a treat out of that. I wanted to do something special for you, Kat, and so.
Well, you did. Hit it, Cheryl.
All right, not stopping.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No stopping.
Shutting it down.
There shall be
Hmm.
no stopping.
You won't stop when you listen to that. You could have kept it going. Matter of fact.
Mm-hmm. It's
Yes.
hot. Gotta stop. Got too many lights around me, guys.
Oh my gosh. I love
Can't
that
be
beat.
moving like this.
Oh, thank you.
That is like a real cool beat.
Thank you so much.
If there is one message that you would like to give your fans, what would that be?
Um, just to continue to support, smooth jazz music, support independent artists. Um, I just think that there's so much that independent artists do with regards to their struggle and you know trying to go out there into the world and promote their music. And I just think that supporting them really means a lot. So I would just say support your independent artists.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I
we
agree.
work hard.
Yeah, you do. And like when I started this show, I had you all in mind because I knew when COVID hit, there are a lot of artists, this is what they do. This is their job. This is it. And when COVID hit, a lot of gigs got canceled. Um, and there was no work for the artists, and so they had to get creative to try to find other ways to bring that revenue in. But yeah, I have a soft heart for the artists, especially artists that play positive music or music that moves us.
Right.
And so that's basically why this show is here.
And I'm thankful for you, Kat. There are a lot of DJs and music presenters out there who support independent artists, and I want to give a shout out to you.
Yeah,
Thank you, Kat, and Friday Night Live and your team for allowing me to come on your show. I'd like to give a shout out to Jazzy K Ward, K Ward
yes.
Radio.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Jazzy. DJ CD and Ultimate Entertainment. I mean,
Hmm.
there's just so many DJs and music presenters out there who support independent artists, and I just thank you all from the bottom of my heart for playing my music and for supporting me.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
It's your
Mm-hmm.
turn, baby girl.
Is it going to be a
Um,
right hook or an uppercut?
can you just do the last question?
I did the fans. You got one more.
Oh. What advice can you give to aspiring young guitarists
Or basis or
or
whatever.
bassists
Or
or
any
string
musician, I would say
instruments?
probably three things. One, have a strong work ethic. Um, if you're going to do it, then do it with all your heart, with all your mind, with
Mm.
all your body, with all your soul. Hone your craft. And lastly, don't give up on your dreams.
That's good.
That's the three things right there.
Mm-hmm.
Don't give up on your dreams.
Yeah, I firmly believe that dreams do not have an expiration date as long as you're still on top of the ground. It doesn't matter how old you are. If you can dream it, if you want to put in the work, you can achieve it. So dreams do not have an expiration date.
That's so true.
Yeah, tell us where we can find your music, or if someone wants to learn more about you.
Um, there's a screenshot, I believe, of a site where you can go where you can purchase or download or stream any of my music on rodneygreen.hearnow.com. Depending on your platform, whether it's Amazon, Apple, um, there's a you can purchase all of those platforms from those platforms there. Also, you can go to greenstreetrecords.com, contact me there, and I think there was another emerging minds at emerging minds 37 at gmail.com. So those are ways that you can get a hold of me.
Okay.
Yeah,
Awesome.
Yeah.
welcome.
Well, we did it, Cheryl. We got him. We didn't make him sweat though. We got to get him next time. We got to make him sweat. Yes. All right.
That's good.
So, Rodney, as always, you already know that it's just we are just so honored to have you on FNL. Anytime that you can make time to come and hang out with us, we don't take it lightly because we know you're busy. There are other things you could be doing. Best
Mm-hmm.
wishes on your new projects, and if you're going to be performing soon, best wishes on all that. And when time permits, we would love to have you come back again Now Shirley's going to take over and do like a trivia and all that stuff. You're welcome to hang out with us. I don't know if you got to go. So like use at your discretion, but you're more than welcome to stay if you want.
No, I'm gonna hang out with Kat.
All right.
All right.
This is where the party's
Sounds
at.
good.
All right.
Yep. All right, Cheryl, it's all you, honey bunny.
All right, guys, let's get to our trivia.
Rodney, don't be telling the answers to the trivia when she put the trivia up there. Oh, I can't drink this on the. I'm sorry.
All right, all right, all right, all right. This one is a thinker. This one is a thinker, and I don't talk about my snipping skills. I did this one all by myself, and I just noticed I made a mistake, but it's okay. We're just gonna go with it. Our trivia question is: which ancient building was constructed facing the direction where the sun rises on the first day of spring?
Right, pass me the encyclopedia. Rodney. Oh my gosh.
Did I do good?
Put me and Rodney back on the screen.
Where are our history buffs?
Rodney, you know the answer to that?
I would say, I don't know, pyramids.
Are you smarter than a fifth grader, Cheryl? You know the answer to that, Karan? I was seeing somebody get it.
With that question. That's what I'm know.
Wait, put it back up one more time. Put the question back up one more time. Let's see.
See, now that this is
What
the
in the
mistake I'm now
carnation?
noticing as I put up the trivia question on the.
Put it back up there so they can. Anybody answering? Let me see.
Let's see. Let's see.
Which ancient building was constructed facing the direction where the sun rises on the first day of spring?
Is it A, Stonehenge, B, the Mayan pyramids, or C, the Great Sphinx? Those are your answer choices.
Sure, Jewel.
Do I get a chance? Do I get to give an answer?
Yeah, put us back on, Cheryl. Let me see what Rodney says.
My guess would be the Sphinx.
The Sphinx? I don't know. I think I'm going to go with Rodney because I don't know.
I won't be doing trivia no more. Okay.
So you guys put A, B, or C in the comments. Give them the options again, Cheryl.
You gotta come with some easier trivia questions.
Yeah, I give them really easy questions. They probably like, what in the carnations is going on over here?
The choices were, oh my gosh. Choices were A, Stonehenge, B, the Mayan pyramids, or C, the Great Sphinx. Oh my gosh.
And the answer is
Anybody get it? I'm going to keep the prize. She's checking the comments. While she's doing that, here's my NAM, got my NAM
hey, now.
badge.
Yeah. Ooh. So I'm gonna go off who put in the answer first.
Did Rodney get it right first of all?
Yes, Rodney did get it right.
Oh,
It
okay.
is the Sphinx.
Okay.
During the spring and fall equinox, you can also see the sun set, and it appears to sit on the statue's right shoulder as well. Fun fact.
Learning something today.
Mm-hmm.
I was paying attention in school.
Apparently, I wasn't because I didn't know what she was talking about.
And our winner-
What subject was that? Was that It wasn't history, was it? What?
History?
History? I ain't like history.
yeah, his history wasn't. I really don't even know. Was there it wouldn't be
Geography?
No, no.
Or maybe?
Now, I was a university professor for 17 years, so don't ask me a question I can't answer.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Well, anyway, the winner is
He
Walter D.
said what
Williams.
he said.
This is a hot mess.
Okay, sorry.
Our winner is Walter D. Williams.
Whoa!
Congratulations on Facebook. Woo, 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 woo. Woo, woo, woo.
Rodney, he's the president of the NAACP in Southern Illinois, Edwardsville location. Woo, woo.
Awesome.
Yes.
And
Hanging out with us, yeah.
Just because I can't make this trivia any more dorky or just knowledge based, the prize is
Ooh.
a 365-day history calendar. So each day you get, it'll have something on there that happened in history for 365
You could be
days.
a walking trivia expert, huh?
Right.
You can go around asking questions. Do you know what building?
Woo, woo, woo. Fun fact about today. This was the day that Abraham Lincoln was shot.
Really?
Mhm.
Hmm. Me either. She's so smart.
I only know it because I was searching stuff for trivia. Again, I won't be doing trivia again.
Wow. Oh my gosh. I need to go away on conferences more often to let her kind of handle things. You just never know what might happen.
I love that last game we played on your show. I can't remember.
Oh, I put you on the spot big time. I was doing something crazy. I'll get you next time. If you all don't know, that's Rodney Greene in the background that we're listening to while we're doing the trivia. What's the name of that song, Rodney? Because I get it backwards.
No stopping.
No stopping. Yes, yes. All right. All right, Cheryl, take us on out of here.
All right, guys. Let me see if I missed anybody. Thanks, Auntie Ada. Let's see. We had a few other people stop in real quick. We had Brian Barzy tuning in on Twitch. Good to see you, brother. We also had Gil on Twitch as well, popping in. Good to see you. Welcome, and hope you come back. And we also have Miss Loretta Coleman. Good to see you as well. We're glad you enjoyed it.
Hold the phone. Mother Coleman is on there?
Whoop.
Mother Coleman is on there. Oh my gosh. She's a sweetie. She's a sweetie.
Yes, she
All
is.
right. What did you
All
do
right.
for your birthday since I wasn't there, Rodney? I had already bought tickets for the NAMM like last October. And I didn't realize it was my daughter's birthday. And then I felt bad. So what did you do?
I bought fried chicken wings over at that place, the wing place in Fairview Heights, and had some peach soda. And had some ice cream cake.
You had ice cream cake? You got a picture of it?
I do, but I forgot to send it.
I bought her ice cream cake and I put it in the freezer. And then I put signs all over the house and told her when she got home, look in her freezer. Look in her freezer.
There it is. He said happy birthday. You don't want to see what it looks like now because it ain't pretty. It's red velvet in it, and I like red velvet. I'm a red velvet girl.
You like red velvet, Rodney? Oh, so this one was red velvet with strawberry puree, with ice cream, with some kind of frosting with real strawberries on the top. And we wanted it because we went to our baby shower of our cousin Michelle, and she had a strawberry cake. And I've been kind of wanting it ever since, so I got her a cake. I hope it's a piece for me when I get home tomorrow.
I'm trying real hard to save you a piece. I'm trying real hard.
Appreciate you.
But that piece is getting smaller and smaller.
Right.
All right, well, turn the music down. Let's give Rodney an opportunity if he wants to say one last thing to the people in the audience, to say one thing, and then we're going to get up out of here.
All right.
to say that I'm just so glad to be on your show. I enjoy being here. It's always a great time with you, Kat. You're just so down to earth.
Thank
And
you.
when I saw you at NAM last year, um, we just seemed like we just connected,
Yeah.
um, and it was just great. And I really appreciate. I'm glad, so glad I met you. So glad to have known you, and I'm just honored to be on the show. And just wish you all much success in all of your endeavors, and hoping all your dreams come true.
Thank you. Thank you, Rodney. Cheryl's birthday was this week. I don't know if you wanted to say anything to her. I'm not sure.
How about a little happy birthday song? Ooh,
Wait, my birthday was in March.
oh well, I'll sing to
I'm
you then.
sorry. Okay.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Cheryl. Happy birthday to you. And many more.
Oh, I did not know you could sing like that, Rodney. Lord, have mercy.
Happy
That
birthday
was
That was
to you.
great.
beautiful.
Thank
Thank you, Rodney.
you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. I usually fly out down low on the radar, so thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, well, let's get on up out of here. Of course, I've got plenty of videos and pictures that I'm going to share with you guys when I get back and edit from NAM. You all have a safe week. Thanks again, Rodney
You're
Greene,
welcome,
for
and
hanging
I'm
out with
sorry
us.
I'm gonna miss you because I'm going to NAM tomorrow, and you're leaving.
I
So,
know, but you next time I come, I'm gonna find you if you're not
so
here.
look,
I'm gonna find, yeah. All right. So you all have a great weekend. Karan, you want to say bye? Karan over there on the couch. She's doing Twitch. No, she said she's doing Twitch. She's trying to make everybody act right on Twitch. So she's busy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
cracking the whip, Cat.
All right. You all have a great weekend. And
Uh,
until next time,
all right,
what
thank
do
you,
we
everybody.
say? Goodbye.
Peace.
bye now.
Peace.
Take care now. Bye bye
Take us
then.
out, baby. Take us out.